Portuguese, a language that can be heard across the world. It is a language that transcends borders and unites people from different backgrounds and cultures. Whether you are walking through the lively streets of Lisbon, the colorful neighborhoods of Rio de Janeiro, or the historic avenues of Luanda, you will hear the familiar sounds of Portuguese being spoken. This language serves as a bridge connecting people across continents and oceans, fostering a sense of community and shared heritage. It reminds us of the journeys and victories of the Portuguese people. The age of exploration, marked by the daring voyages of explorers like Vasco da Gama and Ferdinand Magellan, played a crucial role in spreading the Portuguese language far and wide. These explorers set sail from the shores of Portugal, navigating uncharted waters and establishing trade routes that would forever change the course of history. Monuments and historical sites across Portugal stand as a testament to these incredible journeys and the enduring legacy of the Portuguese language. From the forests of Brazil to the busy streets of Luanda, the Portuguese language connects different cultures and histories. In Brazil, Portuguese is the official language spoken by millions of people who celebrate their rich cultural heritage through music, dance, and festivals. In Angola, the language serves as a unifying force, bringing together diverse ethnic groups and fostering a sense of national identity. The Portuguese language is a living, breathing entity that continues to evolve and adapt, reflecting the unique experiences and histories of the people who speak it. This is the story of how a language from the Iberian Peninsula traveled across the globe. The spread of Portuguese was not just a result of exploration and trade, but also of colonization and cultural exchange. As Portuguese explorers established colonies in Africa, Asia, and the Americas, they brought their language with them, leaving an indelible mark on the regions they encountered. Today, Portuguese is spoken in countries as diverse as Mozambique, East Timor, and Cape Verde, each with its own unique dialect and cultural nuances. More than 260 million people speak Portuguese as their first language. This makes it one of the most widely spoken languages in the world, with a significant presence on 4 continents. In addition to being the official language of Portugal and Brazil, Portuguese is also spoken in several African countries, including Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, and São Tomé and Príncipe. The language's widespread use is a testament to its resilience and adaptability, as well as the enduring influence of Portuguese culture and history. It is one of the top 10 most spoken languages in the world. The global reach of Portuguese is evident in the diverse communities of speakers who use the language in their daily lives. From business and education to art and literature, Portuguese plays a vital role in connecting people and fostering cross-cultural understanding. In multicultural classrooms around the world, students learn Portuguese as a second language, opening doors to new opportunities and experiences. The language's rich literary tradition, with renowned authors like Luís de Camões and Fernando Pessoa, continues to inspire and captivate readers worldwide. Its journey started many years ago, driven by the adventurous spirit of Portugal's golden age. During this period, Portuguese explorers embarked on epic voyages, discovering new lands and forging connections with distant cultures. The legacy of these explorations is still felt today as the Portuguese language continues to thrive and evolve. From its humble beginnings on the Iberian Peninsula to its current status as a global language, Portuguese has a rich and fascinating history that reflects the resilience and determination of the people who speak it. Our story begins on the Iberian Peninsula, a place rich in history. The Roman Empire once ruled this land, and they left behind their language, Latin. Latin is the ancestor of many languages, including Portuguese. By the 13th century, Portuguese had become its own language, shaped by the unique culture of the Iberian Peninsula, but its journey was far from over. The Portuguese people, always eager to explore, were ready to share their language with the world. In 1500, Portuguese explorers led by Pedro Álvares Cabral arrived in what is now Brazil. This vast land, rich in resources and home to many indigenous cultures, became a new home for the Portuguese language. Today, Brazil is a giant among Portuguese-speaking countries. With over 211 million Portuguese speakers, it has the largest Portuguese-speaking population in the world. Brazilian Portuguese, influenced by indigenous and African languages, reflects the country's diverse cultural heritage. Across the Atlantic, the Portuguese sailed to the African continent. Their arrival marked the beginning of a complicated relationship, one that brought together language, culture, and history. From the ports of Mozambique to the cities of Angola, the Portuguese language took hold. Today, Portuguese is an official language in several African countries. It is used in government, business, and daily life. But Portuguese is more than just a practical language in Africa. It has become a powerful way to express African literature and identity. The Portuguese, driven by a thirst for adventure and the promise of wealth, embarked on daring voyages in search of spices and new trade routes. Their journey was fraught with peril, navigating uncharted waters and facing the unknown. These explorations eventually led them to the rich and diverse lands of Asia, where they hoped to establish profitable trade connections. In this land of ancient cultures, they encountered a wide variety of languages, traditions, and customs. The markets were filled with exotic goods, and the air was thick with the scent of spices. Despite the challenges of language barriers and cultural differences, the Portuguese managed to establish a foothold. They built forts and trading posts, leaving an indelible mark on the regions they touched. Their influence is especially evident in places like East Timor and Goa, where Portuguese architecture and culture are still prominent today. East Timor, a nation closely tied to Portugal's history, showcases the lasting impact of the Portuguese presence in Asia. The remnants of their colonial past can be seen in the architecture, the language, and the cultural practices. Walking through the streets of Dili, you can still hear Portuguese spoken, a testament to the enduring legacy of the Portuguese era. The warmth of Timorese hospitality, influenced by centuries of Portuguese interaction, is palpable. Traditional dances and festivals often reflect this unique blend of cultures. The Portuguese influence is also evident in Timorese literature, with many books written in Portuguese. This rich literary tradition continues to thrive, bridging the past and the present. The Portuguese language is spoken all over the world. Every year on May 5th, we celebrate Portuguese Language Day, recognizing its global importance. From the streets of Lisbon to the favelas of Rio de Janeiro, Portuguese connects millions of people through a shared language. Portuguese is studied in universities, enriching our global understanding. Its influence extends to literature, where authors like José Saramago and Mia Couto have captivated readers with their beautiful writing. The language, once spoken only on the Iberian Peninsula, has become a global voice. Let's travel to Portugal, a country where history can be found in ancient castles and cobblestone streets. To truly understand the Portuguese language, we must explore the land where it was born. Let's wander through the Alfama district in Lisbon, where fado music, the soul of Portugal, fills the air. Let's explore the Douro Valley, where vineyards cover the hillsides, producing the world-famous port wine. From the medieval town of Sintra to the stunning beaches of the Algarve, Portugal offers a feast for the senses. The Portuguese language shows us the power of human connection. It is a living testament to the resilience and adaptability of human culture. From the lively streets of Lisbon to the dynamic communities in Brazil, Mozambique, and beyond, Portuguese has woven itself into the fabric of countless societies. It is more than just words. It is a bridge that connects people across oceans and generations. Its journey across continents and through centuries is an example of how cultures can learn and grow together. The Age of Exploration saw Portuguese sailors charting unknown waters, bringing with them their language and customs. These voyages were not just about discovering new lands, but also about exchanging ideas, traditions, and knowledge. The influence of Portuguese can be seen in the architecture, cuisine, and even the music of the places it touched. As we explore the world, let's remember the stories that languages tell, stories of adventure, resilience, and unity. Each phrase and idiom carries with it a piece of history, a glimpse into the lives of those who came before us. The markets, the landmarks, and the everyday interactions are all chapters in the grand narrative of human civilization. Stories that remind us of our shared humanity. In every greeting, every conversation, we find common ground. The language serves as a reminder that despite our differences, we are all part of a larger human family. The laughter of children, the warmth of a community gathering, these are the moments that define us and bring us closer together. The next time you hear the beautiful sounds of Portuguese, remember its journey. Remember the explorers, the poets, and the everyday people who have made this language a global treasure. The soulful melodies of fado, the rhythmic beats of Brazilian samba, all echo the rich cultural tapestry that Portuguese has helped to create, and the everyday people who have made this language a global treasure. From the literary giants who pen timeless works to the families who pass down traditions through generations, Portuguese is a living, breathing entity. It thrives in the stories told at dinner tables, in the songs sung on quiet evenings, and in the daily exchanges that keep it alive. In language, we find a reflection of our history, our culture, and our shared humanity. It is a mirror that shows us where we have been and guides us to where we are going. Through Portuguese, we see the enduring spirit of exploration, the beauty of cultural fusion, and the unbreakable bonds that unite us all.